Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. I'm trying to get settled in my seat. Here we go. It is a little bit past noontime, and that can only mean that it is time for some Generations Minecraft server. And today we will be working on the Generation 5 survival server. And before we get things going here, I'd just like to welcome on in Cheska's GD. You guys can see the shout out there for GD. Please drop by if you are unfamiliar with Cheska's GD. Then please drop into her next stream. And if you feel so inclined to follow, bit subs, that would be really cool. You'll not be disappointed. Fellow Buffoon, Buffooncraft, all of that stuff. I think we're ready to do this. Shockbite today decided to do to do some server maintenance, and somehow I don't know how I did not get that notification, but I did get started very early today, and I thought to myself, okay, let's update the server today. We'll go to 1.21.4 today. Let's do all of that. No, we're not doing that today. So I couldn't connect to the server. Server was having all kinds of problems. I was on customer support. Customer support was actually very, very good this time. Computer said yes. Shockbite said no. So Shockbite said, nope, not today. We're doing maintenance. And so I thought I would have to delay the stream today or maybe even cancel it. But their customer support was actually excellent this time. And so they let me know, oh, it's just a maintenance issue. Just wait. It'll be resolved soon. And thankfully, it resolved itself in time to do the stream, but not in time for me to update all the files, install everything. Yeah, there just wasn't enough time for that. It was a quote from Little Britain. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for that, little British person. Wee Brit. So, yeah, so I figured, okay, well, thankfully I'll get to, do the stream on time today. And, but, we'll just have to wait to update it later. Again. So, let us log on. I'll switch over the display right now. And it's a beautiful night with a beautiful full moon here on Mushroom Island Central on the Generations 5 server. Let's do a little bit of sleeping. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. Our consumer protection agents are beneath us, almost directly beneath us, so we're not going to be able to sleep with those guys around. 2000 silly comedy. There was a character, and the only thing she said was, "Computer says no," even though she wasn't even pressing a button, just because she didn't want to work. Oh. Can you send me a link to that, please? That might make a good redeem, a good video redeem. All right, so we have a couple of things to do today. We are going to start something new today. We're going to start something new. Yes, we are. New / old, but yeah. So we did finish this. We finished something on Generations the last time around. We finished the Apiary Isle, and I'm very, very pleased with the way that this came out. I am not pleased with how long it took, but I like the results. Yeah, we did all of our terraforming around it. It just looks super cool. I really, really, really like it. One thing I wanted to do is I wanted to make certain that I got my that I was able to get my conduit. Oh, look at all of this. Oh my god. Oh my God. Now, I'm thinking that my conduit was down here at the time. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the water, so I'm safe. The build is safe. We're fine there. Where did that skelly go? I think I just got hit with the arrow. I hear a zombie somewhere. I hear this guy. Wow. That was quite a skirmish. All right, I think I've... Yeah, clearly we do not have the conduit effect. So I know I grabbed the conduit, the core itself. I just wanted to make sure I took down the structure as well. And I believe I did. Yeah, I think we're good here. All right, let's get out of here. We spent way more than enough time. As much as I love this place and I'm very satisfied with the way it came out, I'm eager to get started on new things. Why can I not take off out of the water? How do I do this? It's just double tap. It's just space. There we go. Okay. After all these years, I still can't do that. All right. So one of the things that I've been meaning to do for a very, very long time is give these dudes a proper home. Yeah. So these are some of you may recognize these as the Thunderhand early game villager breeder. And this has been here forever. I'm going to say 5 years. Well, not quite 5 years. 4 and change. We're going on the 5th year. Send you a link on Discord. Thank you very much. So I need to give these guys a proper home. And what I was doing, my original plan for the Chamber of Commerce, the rest of you would call this a trade hall, would be to have a different level for each kind of trade. The farmers, the clerics, 2 librarian levels, and then go all the way up with the armor smiths, the toolsmiths, all the way up is going to have 14 levels. No. I forgot it's David Williams or whatever his name is. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to check that out. I'm curious. New shows to watch. So, yeah, the idea was to do all of the trades, but I've since changed my mind. Number one, I'm a little concerned about lag. Oh, but only a little. Number two, though, I really, you know, I would say about maybe definitely within the last year, maybe even before that, I've decided I've gotten this urge to decentralize. So instead of having everything right here, I would like to have everything around here and make use of the archipelago here. And so just spread things out a little bit, right? So instead of having all of the trades there, I'll keep these 4 levels here with the 3 trades. And then the iron trades in the iron farm, I'll move over here. So that'll be happening here. And the trade hall, the iron trade hall, will go here next to the iron farm. So, and then we'll spread out throughout the little islands. The portal will move over to here. This will become the portal island right here. Here is, of course, the wildlife preserve. And each of these little islets out here, islands and islets, will have different kinds of farms and builds on them. That way we can decentralize. And during the stream, it allows us to fly around and see the map and see the server. And I think it just makes things more interesting, right? So that's the idea. And so with the Chamber of Commerce, that means we need to finish this off and put a top level on. And I thought, you know what would be a good idea? Is to get these guys out of their cobblestone boxes, make a level up here, a villager breeding level, and move these guys on up and give them a decent place, and then we'll finish this off. So, that means we get to experiment with some stuff. Did I just drop on the ground without even opening my wings? So let's go to the roof of the hotel across the way here. That way we can get a good look at what's going on. And what I was thinking for, I just love the block palette on this and how this came together down here. And what I would like to do for the top level is to work more with copper and glass. So I'm going to stick with the black stained glass like this, the jungle wood interior with the stone, maybe some of the basalt features, maybe a little bit of the diorite and the calcite. But I think I'm going to mainly switch to copper. And the copper, I'm going to have various grades of oxidization. I don't think I'm going to go with fully oxidized, but it's mostly going to be that nice new shiny copper. And then some of it I will allow to decompose or oxidize, not decompose, but oxidize. And so we'll get a level like that going up to the top here. And I'm looking for a dome kind of shape for the top. Maybe a central dome with wings on either side, kind of like I did here. Here I just put a flat glass top on this. Here I'm going to go more for a dome with semi-domes on either side connecting in between. I think I'll do something like that. So first thing, let's go see how much copper. I've delivered some materials here. Also, we have some inventory management to do. We need to get rid of a lot of that stuff in the inventory from the apiary isle build. So we need that. Let's see what I brought over here with me. We've got smooth basalt. We've got the junglewood stairs. Okay, a lot of this. But I don't... Okay, I've got the stone cutters in place, but I don't have any copper with me. And I don't have any black stained glass, so we're going to need those things. So let's do a little inventory management. I love the depot hallways here. And I built this one on this scale. And the idea behind it was to build a massive storage system. Let me actually speak into the mic here. To build a massive storage system in here. I might still do that. We'll see. I was going to go with just the you can see right along here with just the impulse item sorters, just storing them into the chests on 2 different levels. But now I think I'm going to go with multi-item storage here. And the idea behind this kind of storage for this location is this is just inventory management storage. For example, it doesn't make sense to store iron ingots and iron blocks here, you know, because we have an iron farm. So the storage for that should be over here. Just whatever we have in our inventory, we can put it in the sorter. We'll be able to drop our shulkers right into here. It'll bring them in here and it will sort everything all out. And it's just for inventory management. The raw materials I'd like to really sort on site, right, at the various farms. All the logs, maybe even the planks, would be stored at a tree farm, right, which will be on one of the aisles, which we're going to do eventually at some time. Iron would be at the iron farm, things like that. All the prismarine stuff and everything would be at the collection point of the Guardian farm. Things like that. So that's what I'm thinking. So this would be a multi-item storage and not quite as big as I had imagined. So it'll go down quite a ways. Probably not as far down as that beacon though. Boy, I'm really struggling to speak today. So let's get into here and let's offload a lot of these shulkers. We'll empty more than a few of them out, and then we can start gathering the things that we need. Primarily the copper and the glass, the black stained glass. All right, this is pretty good stuff. I struggle to speak every day. Spoilers, that doesn't get easier when you get older. Jessica, sorry to say. Let me see. Okay, inventory management like this. All right, let's take a look and see what we have. This is weapons. All right, so Trident can go back in there for now that we're finished most of our aquatic business. But I thought wisdom came with age. Oh, you can think wise thoughts. Then when you try to speak them, blah, 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 and it completely undermines any wisdom that you might have. Let's get through this, shall we? What do we have here? A whole bunch of junk. Then after we finished this level and get our friends, that's in quotes, get our friends located up on their villager breeding floor, I'm thinking of going back and building up that drowned farm into a proper farm. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And I'm feeling that's the next thing I should do. Because I've done a little bit of research on that, and I've discovered a few things that I think the game has changed. For example, drowns can spawn in bubble streams. And I did not think that they could do that originally, because that solves the entire dilemma Kachi and I had with the drown farm initially. And I have some other ideas too. Now, I'm not going to make one massive bubble column. I don't think I'm going to try to do that. The other thing I found is that drowns can be moved by water streams. I didn't think they were able to do that. I didn't think a water stream would move a drown, but they do. So what I'm thinking on is taking that gigantic column of water that Kachi and I made that we love so much, and maybe breaking it up into 2 block high water streams that slope downwards into a portal, and just make one ginormous portal going all the way up. In each layer of that would push the drowns. The drowns would spawn in them. They would be swept forward and right into the portal. The alternative to that would be to leave the column intact, make the sloping water stream at the top, put the soul sand at the bottom. They spawn in there. Soul sand shoots them up to the top. They move over into the portal and then into the nether where they're collected. We could do that. That's essentially our Guardian farm, really, just adapted over. The thing I don't like about that is a little bit slower because we have to wait for the drowns to go all the way up the water stream before they're moved over. We could reverse that, too. We could put the magma blocks at the bottom. That way we have both gravity and the magma blocks pulling them down. They might go downward faster than they go up. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'd have to test something like that. But I really don't like the idea of breaking up the columns, though. It would just make things faster because they wouldn't have to rise to the top. They would spawn and then immediately be pushed over right into the portal, right? So there's that kind of thing. So I haven't decided which one of those models I'm going to use yet. All right, let's go get some goodies. Well, first, let's see what we have here. I always want to check these chests first and see whatever I can do to reduce this chest monster. So there's a couple of things we're looking for. Anything that's copper, we want to pull out of here. And any glass. So we want to check these chests here. Is that what I thought it was? Enderman head, okay. I thought that might have been a warden head for some reason. You know, that's something I haven't actually done. Now, I don't know if I can restain glass here on Generations. I forget if I can do that or if that's a mod I have to install. So I'll just grab the glass anyway. Maybe I can restain it. I mean, glass is cheap. I can just buy it, but... Ooh, the devilish light gray stained glass. The bane of any inventory anywhere. I have to make sure I keep an eye out for copper as well. I'm not just looking for glass, I'm looking for copper too. Copper as well. But I think I'm good here. And any black dye I can get while I'm at it. I'm probably looking right at this stuff too and just not seeing it. Yeah, I don't think I can stain the glass panes in this kind of way. I don't think I have that mod installed on the server. Yeah, see? Cut copper. We've got some of that. Magma blocks. We're good there. I don't think we'll need any lightning rods. I may use them for decoration or just to keep our, quote, friends safe. No, I'm good here. Okay, I think that's all set. A little bit of copper right there. Wow, inventory's already full. All right, I'm on the last 4 chests. Okay, looking good. Okay, and here's with the straight up glass blocks here. Just in case it doesn't work out, we can just grab some black dye, and then we're all set there. I have plenty of jungle wood already set over there, but so I don't think I need to grab any here. Okay, I think I'm good there. Yep. Black dye. I need some of that, definitely. Okay, that's looking good. Right then. Let's do this, this, and this. I'm digging it. No. That, yeah, there, like that. I don't think I'm going to have anything in here. This is all the Apiary Isle stuff, so... Yeah. There we go. Okay, I think we're good here. I want to check some of the other chest monsters. This stuff, I don't think I'm going to find anything. Well, I do have some glass here, but I'm going to keep that glass here. All right. These are all materials, believe it or not, for the storage system. So... see what we have here. No, I think we're good here. Yeah, I'll bring some of that with us. Some of that. Again, I may be able to re-dye these. We'll see. Oh, that looks good. Wither Rose. I'm going to take those Wither Roses because I can use those for black dye. I think we're good. Right. Let's go over to the final chest monster, the very early game chest monster over here. Right. Okay. Just got to double check for that very devilish light gray stained glass. Let's take a look here. Yeah. See, look at all the black dye we have. I don't think I'm going to need quite this much, but. And if I do not need that much, or considering all of the black dye I have, that means I don't have to spend the Wither Roses. I can save those for farms. We do have the Wither Rose farm, though. Thank you, Nebula. But, you know, why waste it if we don't have to, right? get rid of this. And our little mini smelter right over here. This thing has served us throughout generations, all these years. So cool. Do I have any copper in here? Wow, so little copper. Really, Thunder? Okay, question then. Where is all of the copper? If it's not here, then where is it? Could it be loaded up, waiting to be smelted? No. Okay. That is disturbing, actually. I thought I had an excess of copper laying about somewhere. And apparently I don't. And it was that got me thinking about the Drowned Farm. Trying to think if there's another location on the server at which I might have the copper. And come to think of it, I don't think there is. I'll go over and I will check I have some chests over at the Guardian Farm, but I don't think there's any copper in there. Oh dear. Rockets 1. Those are D3 rockets. Okay. I think we're going to have to make some rockets again pretty soon. Not a problem. On Generations? No way. We're filthy rich on Generations. All right. Somehow I thought I delivered a shulker of copper up here, but I guess not. Okay, there's two places I want to check. I want to check, well, three places actually. I'll go back to the Apiary Isle, but I don't expect anything to be over there. Guardian Farm, there are some chests over here. Yeah, there's a chest monster over here that has to be dealt with eventually. But yeah, I wouldn't think that there was any copper here. Well, evidently I did think there was copper there. That's why I went there. Okay, now I cleared all the chests at the entrance on the surface here. Let's go down. I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah, this is all honey stuff. But you know what? We do need some honeycombs. We do need that to wax a copper, right? With which to wax a copper. And I think that's it. I think morning has broken like the first morning. Let me see. Over at the Drowned Farm, but you know what? I don't think I ever really, since I didn't finalize the Drowned Farm, I may not have stored any copper there. All right, I got to remember where the Drowned Farm is. I think it's in the north. In the north. I mean, I could always go to the roof of the Nether, too. There is a portal for it. But I would also like to fly there over land, in the overworld. Because it's just cool to see the terrain and stuff. And I'm going to prune the chunks of the server again, and I'm going to update the map. Because we want that Paley stuff. And so I also have to think about how many of these chunks I'm going to preserve. I usually keep this whole archipelago here, this inland sea. I usually preserve this. And then it's a few chunks into the shoreline all the way around. Did I fly to the wrong end? Is it actually in the south? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it must be southernly from here. I thought it was in the north. Apparently I was wrong. Uh-oh. Chunk loading. Okay, so that's in the south. Yeah, because I don't think of that as being... southernly from our Mushroom Island Central. But apparently so. Diamond's done. So that's kind of an on-running gag between Jeannie and myself in Buffooncraft. Jeannie has certainly embraced the buffoon-level building. Absolutely. So you all really need to check out her stream and see the absolutely impudent and gross level of opulence in which she's built it. Which I say sarcastically because it's really cool. Obviously, I haven't loaded these chunks in a while. You can see we're getting a little bit of rubber banding here. We should be out this way. Are we this far over? I thought we were a little closer than this. Okay, here's the wee village here. Right. Here is the river that connects up. It should be right over here. Or was it... Wow, the rubber banding is getting tough here. It's just we haven't loaded these chunks in quite some time. Yeah, you know, Oh, okay. All right, I think I know where I am. All right. We need to go east. That's Kachi and Biggie's place over there. Here's this wee little town. This little ham down here. It should be over here then. But it wasn't anywhere near a savanna, though. I know I'm in the right general area. I should have just taken the nether, but I wanted to fly over land. I don't even want to think of how many diamonds are on this thing. Stat Spoker. Most diamond blocks placed. Most diamonds mined. All right, I think I'm going to have to resort to going to the nether just to save time in the stream here. I don't want to spend because the rubber banding is particularly bad right now too. There is that. Yeah, and it's not anywhere around here, is it? And look, I've already used an entire stack of rockets. Okay, I've been out here before, clearly. I'm getting dirt. All right, yes, I'm hauling out 2 stacks of rockets. I know I'm in the general area. All right, let's see. I think I need to be going this way. Yeah, okay. Ni hao ma. It's a little Chinese joke. So, ni hao is like saying, you good? So it's a greeting, right? And then you say ni hao ma. It's like a question. Are you good or not, right? That's your standard textbook greeting. That's not really how they speak to each other. But horse is also ma. So ni hao ma is without any sheng, without any stress or pitch to it, is a question mark, like, right? It's a particle. But ma is horse. So if I say ni hao ma, it's kind of like it's a pun. In Chinese. Okay, 2,700 diamonds into 300 blocks. All right, let me see. I'm 828. Okay, back this way. Yeah, let's just use the nether. I shouldn't have to, but apparently I'm going to have to, whether I like it or not. Plus, you know, like I've said earlier, the drowned farm has been on my mind as of late. And so it'll be good to get over there and have a look at it. And it was at said drowned farm where I came up with the ideas for the Trident chucking ghast farm and the Trident chucking trade hall. And that's where I came up with those ideas, at that drowned farm. Wow, the rubber banding is really tough. I think our internet connection is not good today, which means I might have to go reset the router. Not during stream, though. Lone Star, welcome on in. This guy is, I guess, a permanent resident of the roof of the nether now. I should name tag him. I won't have to as long as he's holding that sand block, but I think he came through the portal and he's lost. Excuse me. Can somebody tell me how to get back to the beach? Okay. Hook. Let me see. Drowned Farm is over this way. I think... Is this it? It could be this. Oh, look, he's got a friend. Well, what's happening? Server. Okay, so here we are. All right, let's try to do the sleeping thing. Maybe the drowns aren't close enough. All right, there we are. You guys can see the auto shout out there for fellow buffoon Lone Star. The man responsible for the snail arc. And our recent lore. Really? 1 copper ingot, Thunder? But this is what we need. I know I have a giant stash of copper around somewhere. Look at all those drowns. Now, this is what I was speaking of earlier. We could just now, and I think this is a newer game mechanic. We can now just put the soul sand blocks on the bottom and push all of those guys to the top because they will now spawn in bubble columns. And back when Kachi and I originally built this, look at that dude. Back when we originally built this, that wasn't the case. So... see these guys respawning. So Kachi and I would love to fly over here and play chicken with these dudes. But it's extremely deadly. Especially when you get the trident chuckers in here. The trident chuckers are absolutely lethal in this water stream. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at him. He's not giving up either. Oh, look at those tridents coming out. That's cool. So the idea with this would be to have either the bubble column bringing them up to the surface and then the water stream pushing them into a portal like the Guardian Farm, or to split these in slices of 2 blocks all the way up and having each slice run into a long portal all the way down. We could do something like that. The second design would run faster than the first, I'm pretty sure. But the first design would look better. Because here you would have the gap of air in between. And to maintain that gap of air, I might have to do something like put fence gates between them and stuff. So, well, I was really hoping there would be a lot of copper here. But there is not. Oh, can we have some moderation that we have to take care of here? Let me see. Bye-bye. Okay. So, apparently, we're going to need some copper. you know, ow. One place I might want to check. Wow, why are the portals taking so long? I think our connection is super bad. I don't think I have any copper here. I really don't, because this room was built before copper was a thing. Oh, you know where we could go, though? I know where there's a lot of copper, now that I think of it. We did raid a trial chamber. And that is definitely to the north, and I know where that is. Here's Kachi's corner. Kachi's so cool. Let me see. Can I get over there from the... No, I have to fly overland to get there. I don't think I made a portal to that place. Ow. Wow. We are definitely having connection issues. You know, I don't want to reset the router right now because But I think this is the Shockbite server. I think our connection to the router is actually pretty good. Meaning our internet is pretty good. I think Shockbite still... I think they still might be going through the updates and stuff and tweaking things. I need to be heading north. And we're almost at time to take our break anyway. The quest for copper. All right. Yeah, we got to get up into these ice spikes and stuff like that. And I believe it's right around in this area. All right, let's see if I can spot this from the air. Okay, yeah, it looks like I remember that ship. So I know I'm in the vicinity. Should be around here somewhere. Is it this far over? I remember there being that land there. I got materials from that place. There's another down ship. I know it's in this area somewhere. That's it. I think it's right here. All right, now, Mama Bear, calm down. Just calm down. I need... Okay. I need to get in here. I thought I had a whole bunch of copper just laying about here. I must have used it for something. I can't imagine what. But I was oxidizing a whole bunch of copper nearby. Yeah, you skedaddle and let me Let me do my thing here. Oh, wait. This is just a ruined portal. That's not my spot. Yeah, I thought I had a lot of copper blocks somewhere that were oxidizing away. Wow, am I going to have to go search through my VODs during the break? Should be right around this area somewhere. Yeah, I don't think this is quite that far north. Yeah, I don't think it was quite this far west either. I think it was over here. You know, I thought it was like right around in here. Wow. The other thing I could do is I could do a search too, right? And I could just look up the trial chamber. Get coords. I could do it that way. In fact, I'll probably have to do that. Not my favorite thing to do, but I need to save the time for the stream here. And I've already been to it and rated it, so it's I don't feel that cheaty about it. I really would have liked to have found it on my own, though. Yeah, okay, let's... I think it's locate, right? Structure. I don't want the trial chamber's maps. I just want the trial chamber itself. QRST trial chambers. Negative 1344, negative 1008. All right. That has to increase, so it's this away, apparently. Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose. The terrain is starting to look familiar. I didn't think it was over. Oh, there it is. Right there. So you guys can see where, you know, I had the shipwreck here and stuff. Good luck, dude. He's so determined. Wow. I mean, I know there's some lag with the server, but there's no excuse for that. Thunder. Uh-oh. Creepy. You broke part of my beautiful ship site. Not much of it. It's okay. Wow. All right. I am going to take the break. Is that a Skelly? I'm going to take the break right here. We'll run about 3 minutes of ads, and then we shall be right back. Alrighty. Let us reset the playlist. There we go. Nice and Scottish. Let's switch back over to the display scene. We'll log back on. Hey, back to this place. I'm going to go grab that copper down there. Though I don't know. Maybe these planks that got blown to bits. I'm not sure where this went. I'm going to put it there. All right. Well, let's go grab these. Although I don't know if I leave these here, I'll be able to find this place again. Now there should be no baby bears about, so I think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be okay. I don't really need the ice. Thunder. Really? Really, dude? But I do need this copper. So we made a pretty cool XP farm. Or, not an XP farm. What am I trying to say? What's the stuff there? Bad Omen farm. Out of this trial chamber. Actually, this wouldn't even be a Bad Omen farm. Well, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm so messed up today. Okay, here we go. So much better. Yeah, look at all this copper. Look at all this stuff. Smithing template for the heart one. Nice. I think we're okay. Copper bulbs. Look at all those trial keys. All right. Now, the main portion of this I would like to keep. Oh, dear. They've already started. The main portion of this I'd like to keep intact. So I don't want to decimate the entire structure. Oh, dear. It's already begun. No, guys, I'm working. All right? I'm trying to work here. Oh, man, these doors. Oh, they can open the doors. That's right. I forgot about that. I think they can open the doors. All right. There's a way to get down and out of this level. Let's get the things out of the inventory that for which I am not, or in which I am not interested. Yeah, and we'll put those in the shell cup. Let's do that. Put this in the inventory and get that ready to go. And then, where is the door to the level out of here? Is it one more down? I think it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay, see, I don't mind taking copper out of these places, right? Because this is just like a hallway kind of deal here, right? So, want the copper. Looks like there's some more over there in some kind of manner. But this stuff here leading down to the next level, yeah, this can all come on. Yeah, there's a bit of a drop there, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine, trust me. Yeah, not ideal, but it'll do. And then similarly, right here, take all of this. On out of here. Leave that intact. Okay, this is a double hallway kind of deal. In fact, if I do this right, I can use these as filler blocks afterwards, if I have to. Like I say, I don't want to obliterate this Wanu. I don't want to obliterate this entire trial chamber. I do like this place, and I want to use it. I really am just here for the copper, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Pull some of that. Again, I don't want to wipe out this chamber itself right here. I kind of like this. So I'm going to keep that in place. Let's go. You know what I wanted to check is here on the opposite side of this, I think there's also a room, right? Yeah, there is. There was two ways of getting down there. But we've known about this for a long time.
Jesus, did I say that? I was just thinking. Was I talking? Did they hear me?
There we go. Welcome back. Hardly even noticed it's gone. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Should I be flattered that we have so much modding to do today? There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can do something like this. Like vultures, yeah. Tell me about it. I'm just thinking, you know, a streamer like me, I should be flattered. No, not like that. We'll just grab this stuff right off the top here, and then we'll just replace it. Like that, I guess. Sorta. Kinda. Actually, I need these two to be out of the way so I can use said staircase. Okay, that should be good enough. And if I was actually using my brain, which, you know, is asking a lot, I realize we really only need one staircase up, right? Yeah, there it is. Gonna use some tuft here in the floor. Yeah, we'll just go pull this stuff out of the walls. Great. As we obliterate an entire trial chamber. Not the entire thing, though. We're actually trying to preserve some of it, right? Okay, that's pretty good. I think we can grab all of this stuff right here. Then we'll pull that stuff up from the floor. But I guess we're going to have to consider a drowned, you know, upgrading that drowned farm. Or really completing it, because Kachi and I never did finish it. We had so much fun with it the way that it is now that we never bothered to do anything else with it. I do have to think of, though, how I'm going to go about doing that. Which kind of configuration I would like to use. All right, what level do I need up here? I can do this up here. Get away with swiping quite a bit of this stuff. Yeah, we'll no longer need that. Again, I wouldn't waste time doing this normally. I would just, like I said, I plan to use this trial chamber again. And I've already put quite a bit of work into it on the various levels to clear it out, make it a little more accessible and stuff. So there we go. Do that. We'll do that. just awful. It's just awful. Look at this. Gravel is just the worst. All right, that's better. Some copper bits down here, just waiting to be collected. We have quite a bit we can pull off the ceiling here since we really only need one level of blocks, and we can use these for filler. Well, that's going to be a problem. Okay, yeah, this is okay. See? This will be just fine. Actually, since I'm back from break, I should be in standing mode. There we go. Much better. Much better. Cyclopsalops rated my stream with 3 viewers. Psych, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. There he is. You guys can see the auto shout out there for Cyclopsalops. Please go check him out next time next time he streams. If you weren't able to this time. What were you up to, Psych? Welcome on in, Raiders. I guess I should box some of this up, huh? At least the coppery stuff. The Kubrick bits. Yeah, there we go. That is, after all, what we're after here. Play some GeoGuessr. Oh, cool. How did you do? You should do particularly well at that, I would think. Me, not so much so. I should be better. Got a bit sloppy on some of them towards the end, yeah. All right, I think I need to go down a level from here, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since I've been to this trial chamber. So, okay, I drop down here, and then I go over there, and then I come down here. Okay, I think I'm good. There should be a level over. Yeah. Oh dear. You gotta remember, the trial has begun in some aspects here. Yeah, there's a spot over here too. Yeah, this will activate and begin. There's nothing off of here though that I feel like I would want to, from which I would want to. loot any copper. There might be a place. There might be a place over this way, if I'm not mistaken. Oh dear, we're actually going to have to do this. Look, guys, I'm kind of busy. I'm not here to play the trial chamber game. I'm just here for the copper. I think I better pull out some food, right? Oh, and then chat. Someone in chat helped out. I don't know where I'd be without someone in chat helping me out. How dare he? Yes. Here I am. But a humble adventurer, just minding my own business. Somehow I think we're going to need a lot of food. Okay. I mean, what part of this can I completely obliterate? I want to leave that intact. The thing is, I don't want to destroy this. That's the problem. There's like a little ledge up here. I don't know. Oh, wait. I know where there's a place that I can pull apart, and that's this hallway right here. Yeah, I can clean this right out. I can get a lot of copper here. Yeah, okay. And then we can just pull this out of the walls here. Okay. There we go. Let's go steal that. I don't think that's even showing from the outside, so I'll leave that bulb up there so we have some chance of seeing where we are. I forget if there's anything down. Well, yeah, I mean, we do have these two layers here. Like, this is completely wasted. There's nothing here at all, so we will need the stairs, though, to help us get down. There we go. Let's go take that. I think I can just take this right off the floor. It's not like you took anything from them. Oh, wait. Just blasting apart their entire home. That's okay. Not to mention what I did the last time I was here. They might be justified in their grudge. They might. Yeah, there we go. I'll pull that out of the walls. I think I'm out of filler blocks. I think that's a problem for another time, though. Ooh, demons! Uh-oh. If I remember, this was a difficult trial chamber, too. Yeah, that's why. Because of that little dude right there. Come on, come on. Sword. Please cut the baby zombie. Please. Why he's not dying, I don't know. But you guys can see why I changed this into a single block staircase. Because, yeah, we had like hordes of baby zombies just pouring in on out of here from that spawner, wherever that is. Let's do that for right now, just so we can have a little bit of peace. All right. Yeah, there's nothing in there. I'm going to leave that right there because I like that. Okay, there shouldn't be anything in here, I don't think. Other than baby zombies who are upset with me. Ha! Ooh. There we go. Wow. All right. I think at this point I should do that again. Okay, I really only need one staircase on the way down here. Yeah, there we go. Right. All right, let's load up the inventory, do a little bit of management here. Done and done. I think there was a place in the back. Like back here that wasn't actually any kind of trial room or anything like that. This is kind of nice, but nice little geode right there. Yeah, I think on the opposite side of this wall there's a spider spawner. You guys can hear it. Okay, I think this goes this deep. Again, we can get ourselves some filler blocks here. I can't leave it. It's driving me nuts. There we go. Okay, that's good enough. How far up is that level up there? Yeah, okay, that's going to have to do. All right, we'll pull out these walls next. What am I doing stream-wise here? Wow. I only have 17 more minutes left of the stream. Okay, we can do that. This will pull all this copper from here. Wow. Major hands fail. There we go. All right, I think we're good here. Plenty of goodies to be had. There we go, just like that. Right? Yes. All right, I think I can pull all the copper off the floor as well here. Oh God, the trial has started. Where is he? Trying to work here. Oh wow, he dropped his little skull. Look at that. Let us get rid of some things here, shall we? Like that. And now this and our bogged head. All right, we can do this. Not necessarily the safest way to go about getting copper. However, it is pretty fast and pretty darn lucrative. Have to consider that each one of these copper blocks here is 9 ingots. Yeah, copper's expensive. Oh wow, that goes downward. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and we do have that. I guess that was inevitable, right? Okay, I think we're good there. Okay. I think that's it. I think I'm out. Trying to think if I have any structures up north here that might have a portal leading to them, through which I can get back home. Probably not. Let me see. That looks like 1:48. About 12 more minutes. Mine out this stuff and use it for the floor. Okay, that's looking good. I think I'll build like a janky little staircase up to the top there. I don't think there's anything up there. That I'm going to leave there. I need some sort of lighting somewhere. Yeah, this is just an old empty room here. This is great. I can clean this place right out, and I don't even have to really rebuild it. So. Yeah, this is a jackpot. All right, let's offload. Plus, we have some junk in here too. Let's go take care of that straight away, shall we? Best inventory management tool ever. Bye-bye. Oh, we still have some of that left over. Clogging our inventory. It's so hard to see. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let's get all this stuff out of here. Okay, good. I can just use this stuff for the filler. Again, I'm trying to preserve as much of the trial chamber as I can. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother with this. Okay, just finish tearing out this wall right here. Okay, we're almost there. I think I can use this for filler right here. Yeah, there we go. If I do this right. Oh, really? Where is he? Look. Trying to work here. Oh, wait. Is there a spawner up there? I think there is. Yes, there is. I forget whether or not I could stop them with torches. I forget. I think we're about to find out. So this little balcony I'll keep in place. That one doesn't do anything, though. Yeah, we shouldn't need this. Is there anything behind this? No, good. We can clean this out too. All right, I think I'll make a little staircase up to it, but more on the side instead of where it currently is. I can do that like right over here. And I can also open it up so it's a little easier to see. And the inventory is full. Do I have any more room left in this shulker? Yeah, I do. Still got a little bit. That's the problem with their various states of oxidization. Oxidization or oxidation? I think it's oxidation. They count as different blocks so they don't stack together always. Let's see. That's the geode over there. I'm going to do something like that. I think I'll just have the staircase come right up the side like that. We'll do that right there. Third mod action of the stream. Third, people. All right, so I'm going to use I'm going to use all this copper. Not really concerned with the geode. I'm just trying to build a decent ledge around this. There we go. Okay, we can do that. I will make the staircase descend right here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Now I should have enough stuff with which to fill this floor and get even more copper. And I could build a tough block wall around that tree. Take all that copper too. Now that I think of it, though, I should put a torch down so you guys can see what I'm doing. I mean, I can see just fine, but... bricks. This. That can go there. That like that. Do that like that. Yeah, all of this stuff can come out because we're not going to keep that. This. We can do that. There goes my torch. Fuck. Okay, yeah, we've got that. Good. Please. Anything else that I can get rid of? Yeah, I don't need that. I certainly don't need that, and I don't need that. Okay. If I am not mistaken, we are past stream time, actually. It's too bad. I was just starting to get into this, too. But I do have to wrap things up later today. I do have to, not much later today, I do have to go fetch Kachi from school. Who knows, maybe during the week and before next Wednesday, maybe I'll go build out that drone farm. Or at least I'll design it in the creative test world and then gather all the resources. And next stream will be Baby Zombie Rush for Generations next Wednesday coming up. But The week after that, we'll be returning here. And resuming this. And so it would be nice if I had that drown farm all set. And also, you know, if I was updated to 1.24.4 with all the mods, stuff, the associated mods, yeah, that would be nice as well. So we'll see how it goes. But I think that's going to do it for today. Okay. Maybe that won't be a bad thumbnail. Maybe I can use this for my thumbnail. We'll see. All right, let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. All right, Lone. I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming over to Genie's stream. We know you're there already, but yeah, let's go over it. Let's raid Genie. I want to see what she's building over there on the Buffooncraft server. All right, let's log out here so we don't die. Wow, that was crazy. There we go. Go over to the cam screen. Done and done. Set up the raid message. There you can see our raid message there in the chat. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. We'll go out and raid our good friend and fellow buffoon, Cheska's Genie. Family-friendly viewers, be reminded that her stream is intended for mature audiences. There's a little language and stuff like that, but she's super, super cool. We have a lot of shared community and stuff, so chances are there are people there that you'll know. Let's set up the raid itself. And said raid is now counting down. Okay, just remember that we do this generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time, and that will be Pacific Standard Time. And that will be Buffooncraft SMP Season 6. And the stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time. With that, I would like to thank everybody for showing up today. Psych, thank you so much for the raid. And we shall raid out to Genie right about now. Bye for now, everyone.